Assalamu alaikum. Thanks for watching HotConflict.com. Well, yes, sometimes it's true. The world can be depressing. We all have hard days. And sometimes you just feel so tired and depressed that you want to get high. Yeah, you just want to get high. So here's Bilal, the poet, to lift your spirits high.
Let there be light. Yeah, light means a lot. In fact, one of the reasons that some of us have fallen behind because we've been out of the light. And we need to get back into the light of compassion for each other, the light of love for God, the light of better safety for our children, and the light of growth, not only as individuals, but as a whole race of people. This particular poem, respected brothers and sisters, is simply entitled, A Natural High. I don't need drugs to get me high, to make my soul and my spirit fly. I get high in a natural way, when I'm learning and growing from day to day. I don't need drugs to set me free. Drugs will enslave me endlessly. A natural high is what I need, a high that lifts me up indeed. I get high on the morning sun when it rises, on the joys of life with their rich surprises. I get high every day when I open my eyes. In the challenge of the future I realize. I get high when I go to the ocean side, and when I'm all filled up with hope and pride. A natural high is all that it takes, high off of life, the trees and the lakes. I don't need my nostrils racking with pain, damaged forever from snorting cocaine, nor junk being pushed into my veins, or to freebase a pipe to blow out my brains. To get hooked on drugs is simply insane. I get high from thinking on the mighty Creator. Yes, faith is my precious motivator. I get high doing things that are safe and sound. I don't want to live a life that's destruction bound, so you can keep your foul-smelling whiskey, beer, and wine, your chemicals that wear down and tear down the body and the mind. I don't indulge, and I feel just fine. To get curious about drugs is a foolish sign and a dangerous pastime. Alcohol and drugs have been highly overrated. I don't need to get drunk, drugged, and chemically sedated. I just love staying sober, sane, and motivated. My love for life being celebrated, and the excellence inside me demonstrated. I stay too busy, too involved, too constructively preoccupied to commit a case of chemical suicide. Life holds too many challenges and too many rewards to just waste it on the things that harms and retards. Any mindless nut can live a life of destruction. I want a sensible life that's free of corruption, meaningful, rich, and full of production. God gave us our senses to master and use, with a free will to wisely choose. When our choice becomes drugs, we instantly lose. A pusher is nothing but a slimy thug who sells sickness and death in the form of drugs. The user helps the pusher stay rich and fat, like a stuffed pig or bloated rat, while feeding a disease that's infecting the world and destroying the precious lives of our boys and girls. Why be a part of such insanity and contribute to the killing of humanity? Why get involved in such self-imposed madness and plague your own life to a punishing sadness? No matter how stormy life may seem, I can get high off my goals, my aims, and my dreams. But a life on drugs is a road to despair. Instead of being a dream, it's a living nightmare. Drugs is self-destruction in the name of relief. It's a vicious killer and a merciless thief. Why should people need drugs at all? Their values won't let them if they're really on the ball. Their scruples keep them standing up, steady and tall, with a sense of self-respect on which to call. So they move ahead in life with no hang-ups at all. But with no moral strength on which to call, the junkies and the flunkies continue to fall. Their habit keeps them aching and climbing the wall. In the murky slime of crime, they continue to crawl. Such a worthless existence makes no sense at all. I don't need to feel euphoric only to die, or to end up with a prison term to waste my life by. Give me a clean, safe, natural high. I get high when I'm simply saying a prayer, and from knowing loving friends who sincerely care. I get high from completing a thing worthwhile, from a parent's love and a baby's smile. Artificial stimulation I really don't need. It would only cause me problems, trouble indeed, my nerves to jump and my heart to speed. So you can keep your pain, your poison, your intoxication. I'll take sanity, growth, and inspiration. I have not the least curiosity, nor the slightest temptation to doom my precious life to drug damnation. There's power in sobriety, and in self-control, and in knowing that you're aiming for a positive goal. Addictive narcotics you couldn't pay me to use. Independence, freedom, and mastery I choose. No, I don't need a drug to turn me on. I can get high off of hope alone. Love and joy can get me high. Or watching a flock of seagulls fly. I get high in a way that's safe and wise, without the runny nose and the glassy eyes. So if you need drugs to cop a high, it's time that you search and ask yourself, why? Because deep down inside, you're suicide bent. You've destroyed yourself to the fullest extent. If on drugs, your energy, money, and time are spent, why not get a natural thrill? One that doesn't drain and sap your will, only to leave you weak and ill. A nasty narcotic that eventually kills. Get the high that your spiritual nature needs. Through faith, let your love for God intercede. Get a high that prepares you better to lead and equips you mind and soul to face life indeed. A high that encourages your life to proceed without reefer, coke, sherm, or speed. A natural high is all you need. Thank you. God bless you.